Hello, fellow geeks. Yuri-san here, and I am playing By Moonlight. Apparently, this character's eyes changes color. Cause I saw that it was green and then changed to red. Kind of sus. Oh, oh. Okay, it started the thing again. So yeah, I am playing By Moonlight, and I played this before back in 2020, March 2020, actually. See, changed to red. Anyways, so I'm gonna do a new game. You're staring down at your phone screen to make sure that the OOP3R driver doesn't try to kidnap you. Maybe it's just because of your profession, but you've always been the paranoid type. Okay. It's a dark and stormy night, just like all good stories. Let's look at here. There's OOP3R and sugary PED. I don't know what that means. It's painfully obvious that it's raining because there is a leak in the roof of the car. That kind of sucks. It occurs to you that you forgot an umbrella, but you don't have enough cash to spare a trip home and back again. Yeah, that's true. The car screeches to a halt at what you presume to be your destination. Okay. Dot dot dot. It's no wonder they hired a paranormal investigator. Oh, that me? You've been to plenty of weird places, but this one screams haunted. You see some lights on and assume hope, but the client is hope. Like, did he just summon Nagi to Komaeda? Because hope is everything in life. That's all you need. I don't know how to do a Nagito voice. The rain is pretty hard. Should you make a run for it or play it cool? Fake it till you make it, baby. I hope my socks don't get wet. It's you! That's me? Wait, isn't that the person at on the title screen whose eyes change colors? Or am I just confused? Confusion. You give a slight nod to the driver, who has given you a condescending look as you open the car door. The overwhelming rain hits you, and you fight the urge to run. Making slow, careful strides, you hope that if your client's watching from the window, that they'll realize how cool and mysterious you are. Yeah, I'm cool and mysterious. No, I'm not. You silently hope this won't make you catch a cold. You look up. Starry night. The door seems larger up close than it seemed from the SUV. Okay. You raise your hand to knock on the... You see some tendrils of smoke creep out from the door, but honestly don't want to know where it's coming from. You hesitantly raise your head. What do you want? Someone shady. Okay. You stammer slightly. I'm the paranormal investigator you hired. You think to yourself that he gives off an intimidating aura. What could possibly scare him into... Okay. Da-da-da. You're starting to reconsider if taking the job was a good idea. Sit down. Don't scare them off like that. It was hard enough getting anyone to... come on such a short notice? I mean, there is no A there on such short notice. Alright. Like how the protagonist is gender neutral. Not non-binary. I am dumb. With this gender neutral count? I don't know. I don't know if gender neutral or non-binary is the same thing. I mean, yeah, it must be the same thing. You think that you heard him whimper and thought briefly, and thought briefly crosses your mind that he seems like a puppy. I'm sorry, I thought you were the mailman. You laugh and stretch your arm to pet his head. Okay, why? I like how her shirt says Nemo's face. It's fine. Don't worry about it. The woman who calmed Seba down is looking at you doubtfully. Are you really a paranormal investigator? You don't look like one. Oh wait, that's what space does? Okay. You snap back to reality. Of course I am. You hurriedly rummage through your backpack for your license. You proudly show her your ID. After all, you are the renowned... What is her name again? The default name is Aiden. Oh, let's go. Okay. Alright, my lucky sweater, super official paranormal investigator. Specialty, relating too much... specialty, relating to suffering ghosts. Or relating too much to suffering ghosts. Relating too much to the experience. Watched Ghost B star Esters last year. Rating Ghost ice cream in the sun never shades is what I'd give myself. Birthday gift cards are ideal. Pricing: $5 for a will-o-wisp, $170 for a banshee, and ghouls are $20 to $100. Open to others. Is this blog right here? Anyways, my name is Yuri. That's my name. Yuri, is it?
My bad.
Ah, thank goodness. I was worried that we brought in the wrong person. You glance down at your soggy clothes and try to hide your embarrassment. She gives you a warm and reassuring smile. Many apologies for the misunderstanding, Yuri. My name is Joan. You give her a slight nod. I look forward to looking with you. Looking with you? Don't you mean working with you? She gestures for you to come inside and you follow her lead. Ooh, music change. You can smell the faint aroma of coffee. What is this, Tokyo Ghoul? You were about to ask Seba if you could have some, but he is cowering in the corner. He looks like he wants to ask you something and is nervously tapping his foot. Ignore it. Ask him what's wrong. Seba, is something bothering you? His ears perk up and he looks to the side shyly. I was just wondering what you are. I'm a human. I'm a human. Or should I just say girl? I guess I should just say I'm a girl. Should keep it human. Keep it human? Girl. I mean, I'm a girl, so... I'm sorry if I was being rude or anything. I just didn't want to call you something bad. Oh, Seba just wants to keep it real down, secure, keep it in line. He just wants to be rude. Seba, precious baby! Joan shakes her head. No, you did a good job, he said, but yeah, he did a good job. It's good to treat her with courtesy since she's doing us a huge favor after all. Ah, speaking of which, and also like how the protagonist looks like gender neutral. Like they look gender neutral. Like could either go for a boy or a girl or just none. None of them. Neither of them. Or all of them. All the gender. Gender supremacy. The superior gender. Also, I do like how like they just called the protag they them when they first appeared. Then I could either be like a boy or a girl or just matter. Just human. We're all human here. Anyways, speaking of which, she calls awkwardly. We called you here today for a certain problem. You give her a questioning look. She sighs. Maybe it would be faster if we brought him out. Who? Joan walks quickly into the other room and returns with a hulking figure at her side, following her hand for guidance. You feel the urge to scream, but your voice catches in your throat. You quickly turn away in disbelief. The headless being waves awkwardly. Celtia, is that you? Joan interjects. Okay, so this might be a bit of a lame case. But Hans here lost his head and we want your help in getting it back. Hans from Frozen? Excuse me? Joan stares at you blankly. You are a paranormal investigator, are you not? An investigator of the paranormal, not an investigator for the paranormal. But we already wired the money to your PayPal. Sever shakes his head gravely. Seeing his body walk around aimlessly, that just isn't right. He looks towards you pleadingly. He's a good person, I swear. A bit eccentric, but it's a good cause. You're considering your options. Are you seriously going to look for the head of a headless horseman? I'd rather work out with the dolls. Money's money, I guess. We're doing this. You heave a sigh. Well, you seem like decent people, so I'll give it a shot. Fantastic. Let's seal the deal on a handshake. Do. Yeah! Her hand feels warm, or maybe it's because you were out in the rain. He gives a slightly relieved smile. At least the rest of you are normal. Siva gives you a confused look. Who said that we were normal? He gestures towards Joan. She's a witch, obviously. He turns back towards you. And I'm a child. Sorry, I'm never gonna say this word right here. But I'm just gonna say a child. So yeah. Well, to be more accurate, a fox-a-child hybrid. But I thought this was established already. As you can see by my character design, I have ears that has fire coming out of them. You take a step backwards. I thought you were, I don't know, cosplaying? Going to a dress-up party? Joan looks at you with complete disdain. What kind of person does that in their own home? You laugh nervous. Definitely not me. Actually, I never done that. I mean, I did kind of dress up as the Vocaloid Fukase for Halloween back in 2019. It was terrible. and I didn't even go out trick or treating that day. Wait. No, that was the 2020. I dressed up as the Gossip for Halloween. That was the 2020. 2019, I was doing a Uraraka, but I turned out more like Hermione. From like Harry Potter. Back then, I didn't even watch Harry Potter. But 2020, I started to watch Harry Potter, 3 movies, and I only watched 3 movies, and like, yeah, the third one was the best one. I did 3 of them that I watched. Anyways, okay, it was great meeting you all. You know, 1 monster I can handle, but 3? That's just not happening. Unless Siba gives you puppy dog eyes. Yeah, I'm out of here. Joan shrugs slightly. Be my guest. You grab the handle and... It's not opening? You see, as a witch, that handshake of ours kind of made a spirit contract, so you can try all you like, but that door won't budge. Force me into a contract without me knowing. Isn't that like, I don't know, illegal? Oh, it is. In most states, not in this one though. You know, with the economy and all. Siba nods his head thoughtfully. Yeah, with the economy. The economy has something to do with it, though. I'm sorry, I keep changing up everyone's voices. You take a deep breath and breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Board up your windows. Sorry, I'm not gonna continue singing. But that's a sit-off song. Like, I'm a huge fan of sit-off. So, if I finally head for this Hans guy, I'm free from the contract, right? I mean, just lower this. I don't know. I feel like it's kind of loud. Pretty much, yeah. His ears perk up suddenly. Oh, right. I almost forgot. He barrels out of the room and returns almost immediately with a bag in hand. John made this for you. He hands you a lightweight black satchel. The witch avoids eye contact bashfully. It wasn't like for you, per se. Are you sure you're acting kind of like a tsundere saying all that? I'm pretty sure these are my initials. She clears her throat. She be blushing! Let's say that you might need to take some precautions around some of our residents here. And I don't want you dying prematurely. You give her a curious look. Or that for that matter. Oh, look, don't you have somewhere to be already? Siba gives a short laugh. Well, that's an adorable laugh. Joan doesn't exactly wear her heart on her sleeve, but she really does have good intentions. Trust me. Joan gives you an incredulous look, but he continues. Basically, this bag has some items that will probably come in handy when you're first getting to know people around here. If you want to know anything, just ask us, yeah? You glance down at the bag and then back at Joan. Got it! Where to start? Any precautions around you? How much time? What are you? Any precautions around you? Do I need to take any precautions around you too? Jones, he's the most dramatic side. I get it. It's because you think we're all monsters, huh? We're human too, you know. Yeah, I'm sure if you're actually being offensive until she cracks a smile. My bad. Jokes aside, I came to greet you with Seba because my work area is pretty close by. She pauses. And because, well, Seba's a good boy. Yeah, he's a good boy. You don't even have to turn around to know to know that Seba is wagging his tail excitedly. He is a good boy. I wonder, how much time? By the way, how long do I have for the job? I don't know. It depends on how long you're willing to stay in a haunted mansion. He pauses. Well, ideally you'd be done by morning. After all, most of us are nocturnal here. Da da da. You think to yourself that you might need to get some coffee after all. Yeah, gotta get some coffee. Should I ask? What's are you? And sorry if this is a bit rude, but what are you guys again? Well, I'm a witch, so I guess that's semi-human. Woo! What's that? Why do I feel like I just got interrupted? Oh, I want to be interrupted too. Stray, fox. I love that. I love that so much. Joan looks like she wants to go back to sleep. You pause for a second, realizing you forgot the most important question. Wait, where should I go now? You were trying to ask Joan, but Seba. You're about to ask Joan, but Seba immediately jumps in front of you. He's blushing. Oh, I know. He lifts his nose up and closes his eyes. He looks incredibly focused. He looks like he's about to sneeze. You think back to all those documentaries where dogs followed a trail by scent alone. Without realizing, you lean forward in anticipation. Da-da-da. Da-da. He sneezes and turns back towards you apologetically. I knew he looked like he was about to sneeze. It's allergy season. Maybe you should just wander around and hope for the best. 'Cause you gotta have hope. Like Nagito Komaeda and Makoto Naegi. Who knows where you are at this point? Clearly you don't. Yeah, I don't have I don't have a sense of direction. You walk aimlessly in circles a couple of times without seeing any living or undead, before eventually finding a long hallway. You hear the sound of bones rattling. In the distance, you can see the small frame of someone bent over on the ground. The closer you approach to the figure, the more you realize that, rather than being someone who is made of skin and bones, the person you're looking at is in fact a skeleton. You try to hide your surprise so you don't seem rude. The skeleton sighs. Just where did Seba throw it this time? They appear to be searching for something, but become aware of your presence nonetheless. Did Jones send you to... The skeleton shakes their head. Regardless, I could really use an extra set of eyes right now. Would you mind helping me out? You think to yourself that after you decompose, you'll become a skeleton too. Maybe you should help them out in case you run into them later. Lend a helping hand. Shed some light. Okay, I remember what happened, and I'm still gonna. I'm gonna do it. My eyes not be that good, but an extra set of hands could help too, right? The skeleton's eyes, or the lack thereof, light up. That would be fantastic. You feel the bony fingers wrap around your hand in what you assume to be gratitude, but you have a bad feeling in your stomach. Yes, the left hand in such good condition is just what I was looking for. I just find that like so hilarious, okay? Like, lend a helping hand? They take your hand actually? They legit take your hand. So I am the person here, Lord, then why does my eyes turn like red? Shit's online. You also threw your new bag and pull out a flashlight. I like how like Jones like I don't want you to die prematurely or something like that, and then I died prematurely right out the bat. That's literally what I did last time. I clicked that option, then a helping hand that happened. Guess you could call this a light bulb moment. You sweat nervously. Backcountry jokes typically fall flat. Same. You're about to apologize for making the pun, but you hear their bones rattle with laughter. His guts literally cracked a smile. That would be fantastic! You pan the flashlight around your immediate surroundings until half of a bony left arm is brought into view. His guts' eyes, or the lack thereof, light up. They quickly grab the appendage and fix it to their left elbow socket, flexing their hand a couple of times to make sure it is in good condition. Skeleton grins. Thanks for illuminating the answer to my problem. Except for a laugh. I guess I'm a bit bright at times. The skeleton wants to follow up with another pun, but seems to be at a loss and switches topics. It calls. I seem to have forgotten to introduce myself. My name is Marrow. Not Sans. Amazing. I get the feeling that I've just been vaguely insulted, but... And you are? Yuri, paranormal investigator at your service. You did clumsily bow and hear rattling laughter again. Well, it's a pleasure to meet you. It's rare to find someone with a good humor nowadays. Mara pauses for a second before clapping their hands together with a sudden realization. Wait, paranormal investigator, you say? You must be the one helping out with Hans. You give a tired laugh. That's me. Just your regular, good old-fashioned headhunter. Give a slight sigh. Honestly, it would have been a lot better to know what you were getting into before signing a contract of which you barely know. I mean, sure, you get to encounter the paranormal, but this really wasn't the way you thought it was going to happen. Or what you thought you were going to be like. You look back up and see that Marrow is in deep thought. Hey, I was in deep thought too. You know, I may not talk to Hans that often because he has a unique personality, but I still care about him. After all, we are the only two people in this house who struggle with losing their heads occasionally. Part of you wants to question what Marrow's definition of people is, but you stopped yourself since that'd probably be insensitive. Marrow's teeth started to chatter nervously. Chatter. I may not be able to help much with searching since I don't want to run into Siba intact, but well, if you have any questions, I'll be happy to help. That means a lot, thank you. Thank you very much. Where to start? Hans' personality. What's weird about Hans' personality? What isn't weird about? Mary clears their throat. I mean, well, he's a dual Han. Salty? So the only special ability he was So the only special ability he has would be doing stuff about his head. But, but, I'm not sure if there's any other way to explain this, to be quite frank. He talks about sealed power in his arm. Kaido? Having a Dark Lord's eye, finding a secret society. Kaido? It all started when he started watching those, what do you call them? Those foreign kid cartoons. You stare into the distance with a deep sense of emptiness. First, I've been calling Hans Selty from Durarara, and then I'm calling him Kaido from Psyche K. Well, the disastrous life of Psyche K. Because Kaido's all about being like, I got power sealed in my right arm, but he has like bandages on both arms, I guess. And if he unwraps his bandages, he unleashes a power, and that he is up against Dark Reunion. It's too funny. That's like that face. I would be making that face if I had a conversation with someone like this. Those are classic signs of a chunibyo. I don't know how that's pronounced. Me over here being watching anime, and I don't know what this word means. Chunibyo. And I don't even think I'm pronouncing it correctly, so attack me in the comments. 8th grader syndrome. Those are classic signs of Chinibyo. 8th grader syndrome. Cause like that's what Psyche's like saying that kind of has. Anime. You say that you say that you aren't into it, but who are you kidding? Your hair is pink. Like over here it's kind of like sunset orange, and then Bill over here is pink. You desperately want to switch topics. Let's move on. I wonder, skeleton life? Were you always a skeleton? Were you always human? Yes? Nope? Maybe so? Let's get some soft raspy chocolate before we look at them. Honestly, I don't remember anything before I was at this mansion. If I was happy, if I had a family, what I looked like, am I a decomposed human? Or was I just created this way? Or maybe my life was just that insignificant. You want to offer some consolation, but the words seem kind of throw. Aww. Mara might physically just be a mass of bones, but you feel that they still have a heart. Sorry, that got way off track. Do you have any other questions? That was so sad. Glasses. This isn't necessarily relevant, but why do you wear glasses if you're a skeleton? I mean, no offense, but you don't have eyes. I can see why you might think that, but Mara points towards the top of their skull excitedly. You see that crack? Yes. It's lightning shaped, right? I guess. I mean, yeah, but what does that have to do with? Well, you see, I always lent me some biography books, and in one of them there's a famous wizard who has glasses and a lightning scar. Wow, that's so cool! You don't have the heart to tell them that it's fictional. You wonder if this Irish person messes with Marrow frequently. Oh, before I forget, where did you last see Hans? Let's see, I think he was headed to the library to look up sewing capes. But he's a very impulsive individual. So I wouldn't be surprised if he changed his mind somewhere along the way. He groaned. Tracking down such an unpredictable person? Question mark is slowly becoming more and more of a pain. Mara notices that you are distraught and hurriedly tries to lighten the mood. I might not know where Hans is, but I certainly know where the library is. Let's see. Mara fiddles with her fingers, popping one part off and putting it back on again while lost in thought. If I was a skeleton, I would do that too. I would like fidget with myself. Like, yeah. I don't really fidget with my hands sometimes. So if I was a skeleton, I'd be like Mara over here. Yes, yes. I believe that if you continue straight down this hallway and knock on the right door a couple of times, it should get you there all in one piece. They give you a weak smile. Mystic libraries grow more fickle with time, so be sure to follow the directions properly, okay? You nod and pick up your bag, set off in what you assume to be the right direction. So yeah, and that's all for right now. I'll record the next part like right now because I'm still playing it. It's only 9:20 p.m. and I got school. Even though I should probably be asleep soon. So I really enjoy this game. It's pretty nice. Um, like I literally forgot the details of the game, but I remembered what the choices I made was. Like, literally, all the choices I chose first pretty much got me killed. Maybe because like I either did it on purpose or I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna do that because why not? like like someday I probably knew that I was gonna die, and so I did it because yeah, because I would like to see what would happen if I died. And another reason I'm like, yeah, I know what to do. I'm pretty sure it's this. I'm gonna survive. But with Marrow, I did not think I would actually die by losing my hand. Marrow. And I like Marrow too, okay? Anyways, um, and so yeah, I guess that's all. So goodbye, my fellow geeks. I actually forgot what my outro was. I haven't recorded stuff like this in a long